All right, finally, the good news is here that the government of Anambra State, led by Governor Charles Soludo, is going to construct a flyover at Regina Caeli. So, but please, we are yet to be fully sure of this. But I just heard it somewhere. Okay, so please don't quote me, but there is likelihood that it's going to be constructed. Ndị mụ na ha nọ ebe anụnwa ma mụnwa ma ununwa, we have talked about this issue of having an overpass here for some time. And we don't know who is listening. The news might have filtered to the government in one way or the other. So Henechanya the overpass. So it's a good news. This experiments I na-akọ here, I kocha, I aba, nakbo, I amaro that it may be making some impact, So, but we'll keep trying our best. The ones we know we can do, we do them and leave the rest for God. Okay, now you see this high tension wire. Initially some people said, there is high tension wire here that it may not allow. I came here, I made a very special video on that, and I showed it very clear that the high tension wire is far where the overpass or flyover will be. It will not disturb the flyover at all. Okay. And secondly, somebody said the other time, I don't know who is living at Warri in Kedina Delta State. Onya Asina, that the government of Delta State by Oboroweri, that they shifted this high tension wire. He said about 2 or 3. I just said here is somewhere in one of my videos. Somebody said it. So that they shifted it where it is not good. So the government have to relocate it immediately. That that implies that we can still locate our own, because some people here we are like it's not easy to relocate, and it is not relocatable. I don't know. So, but some people need to confirm this. Anybody staying at Warri can still let us know if that news is true or not. And another thing is when they want to do this overpass, they should also put into consideration on the design. Please and please, we don't need something that will just be serving for now. Just we need it to be futuristic. What I mean is having a dual carriage overpass. I showed you people the one I saw in Nasarawa State. That one, you saw how spacious it is, how big it is, and everything. So they did not manage anything. So, but this one, I just hope and pray that it's going to be a dual carriageway, so that in future, it will become easy for government to do anything. If they want to expand or dualize roads, it will match the overpass, because such project is a signature project. It's a project that you don't need to demolish, or just like road construction, you can easily reconstruct road. But this one, it's not that you cannot demolish it, but it's good. You do it once and for all. And another thing we need to consider while having a flyover here is the issue of service lane. I usually talk about this thing. Even if we don't do the service lane now, later in the future, it must be done. And we don't need to, create much problem now by the time they will want to do the overpass. That's why it's good to do the first thing first before the next thing. The service lane would have come now. This is the best time to have that service lane constructed within the built up area in our city. Once I said that the federal government supposed to made it a law that anywhere federal road pass, that's like an expressway, anywhere expressway pass within a built up area or within a city, that it must have a service lane both sides to avoid interrupting the federal movement. The point is clear, ba? Or ihe m na-ekwu. Now is the best time to have service lane. So anything we are constructing will now match the service lane. Now, imagine after constructing, just like we did at the overpass at Ifite, and tomorrow now they want to construct a service lane, which is almost certain that service lane will be done. Just like what Obi did in Onitsha. After consultation, he was advised to expand that expressway, construct service lane both sides. It must come to this in Awka, and there's some other places also. When the time comes, it must be done. So, but let's reduce the job. That is the point I am making. We must reduce the job, what should be done there before it start to happen. Also, this I learned that this rumble strip and speed bumps, there are two things here. The rumble strip and the speed bumps. I don't know how we usually do our speed bumps. The one I usually see here in Awka and Anambra in particular, they need to consider the way they do it. One is that it usually have sharp edge. Speed bumps is always curved. You just climb it gently and drop. But this one, you just do illegally one and only sharp edge. They need to consider the way they do it. So that it won't be having all this sharp edge. And this one, Mereba, is just a temporary solution. Until the construction of flyover is done. Well, that is it for now. Until I come your way next time, I still remain Chinedu, your humble presenter.